Hi, welcome. Today we're actually going to be working on a memorial piece. We got a message through our Facebook page the other day from a customer who was looking for something a little bit different. So the request is for her father-in-law who passed away, sadly, who was having their first birthday, so I guess they want to commemorate this and take something to the gravesite as a plaque or memorial type piece. So after looking through our Instagram feed, they liked a lot of the live edge stuff that we had, some of the tree design and just something natural looking. We talked it out a little bit, and while I don't have anything live edge, what I do have is this nice big slab of walnut. Now it's not the right size. She was hoping for more of 5x6. So we're actually going to take this to the bandsaw, cut this off, and then we're going to design something around here. So let's start with the design first. Okay, so let me first show you. This is the letter that she had sent me. She wrote this out. This was her basic design, but she left the creative input completely up to us to figure out how to get this onto a nice looking piece of wood. So my first thoughts were, usually either use Google Images or Adobe stock to try to find ideas to kind of base from. So I started by looking at, I love this idea of like a tree of life. Maybe we can incorporate something like this into here, which is just a heart-shaped tree. I don't know. I like the idea of these, floral ornaments. Not exactly like this. This is a little too classical, but I like the idea of it. I wanted to click on it. One of the other really cool things about Adobe stock is you've always got something underneath that shows you things that are similar or similar keywords. Like in this case, I actually do like this border here. I'm going to click on this. I like the idea of having something surrounding the piece that we can put the writing in the middle. So going on that, I did find this other image here with this border. Now, I don't like the shape or anything, but I do like the idea of the border. All right, so I kept going from there, and I found, looking for ornaments, I did find these really cool ornamental pieces, and that led me to finding here some nice borders. I think we could possibly use some of these. Here's some nice, flourishes you can use in the corner as well. This might be an option as well. And then I did find these really nice frames. Now I think this might be it. I mean, if you look at the size of this, matches these quite well. All right. So we have a document, blank canvas to start from. The easiest thing to do, I'm just going to measure this. So it's about 4.5 by 6. So I'm going to actually go create. The width is 4.5 by, what did I say, 6 high. And then we'll fill that with a brown. Yeah, close enough. Okay. So now we go zoom into this. This is what our piece is going to look like. So let's go and take some of these borders and see which one. By the way, Alt mouse wheel, zoom in and out, Control mouse wheel, zooms or scrolls back and forth, very handy. There, highlight all of that, and I'm just going to Control, paste it right in here, and let's see how close this gets. Shift and drag a corner will maintain the aspect ratio. That is pretty good. So everything black in here will be engraved. I like it. I like it. Okay. One of the things that I thought was really cool based on this was I just did a Google image search for Dad Memorial. Looked under images, and I usually do this just to see, find some inspiration, find things I like. I like this. Obviously the border element. Not a huge fan of the flowers, but what I do like about it though is the variety in the text. I like this nice big opening. I'll probably try to do something like that, mix up the fonts. I do like having these little artifacts in here. I think that looks really cool. So that's the inspiration, something similar to this. So let's go back and take this text that we have, and maybe, let me just see if I can do something a little creative here. Is that gonna work? Yeah, well, sort of. Get over there. There. Okay, cool. So, header, in loving memory. So let's start with that. In loving memory. Again, shift, drag the corner to keep it with the correct ratio. If you don't have shift, it does this weird crap. You don't want that. With that text highlighted, we are going to go under properties and character. And a really cool thing with the character is if you select the filter of the different types of fonts that you have, you can actually choose just the general style. So I'm going to go with some sort of a flowing script. And my favorite thing to do here when I have my fonts is not preview them in here. It's hard to find. I actually will just go put my cursor in there and arrow down. And you'll see that it actually changes it right in the image itself. So I'm going to do, I did like the script. Great vibes. Which one do I like better? Which one do you like better? Put in the comments. I'm going to go with script because I know it's going to show up better when it engraves. I think the other one might be a little bit too on the thin side, and I may have a problem showing up. So let's start with this. Loving memory. Cool. Now, what we're going to do is reach out to the customer. Real simple, just send a picture of what it looks like as a mock-up, see if they approve. If they do, we move forward. So, here is the first mock-up. And now we wait, see if she likes it. If she does, we'll get to work. While we're waiting, why don't we go cut that piece of wood and get it all set up and ready to go. Okay, customer just got back. She likes it. A couple changes, but nothing major. Let's go back to our design, and one change that is really stupid. I typoed the word very, which was very dumb of me. Spelling mistake on very. Under in loving memory, can I have their full name? Of course we can do that. I think that fits a little bit better. Next mock-up, send a photo to the customer, wait for a response. Send her a photo, let's wait for the customer. Meanwhile, I managed to cut the piece of wood, sanded all the edges, and then took a nice air compressor to it, took all the dust off. It feels completely smooth right now and super beautiful. This is going to darken up like crazy when I oil it. So I'm still not sure what we're going to do as far as do I engrave deep, do some gold lettering, gold spray paint, sand it or plane it and then oil on top of that, or do we just leave the engraving as is? I don't know. I might actually even just do a test piece on that scrap that we had left over just to see how it's going to turn out. Sometimes what will happen is you engrave it, you put oil on it, it gets so dark you can't see the engraving anymore. The wood as it is right now is very light, but when you oil it, it goes very dark. So let's just see. Now to wait for the customer again. Okay, customer just got back. She agrees. Capital O looks weird, so she's saying to take it out or just take the of out completely. Boom. I like it. All right, let's send it to the customer again. How's that? Love it with capital Loveit. Sounds like we've got a winner. There we go. Just important to go back and forth with the customer, make sure that they're happy with everything. You don't want to box them into a corner, especially like in this case, she wanted live edge. We didn't have anything available. I think this is a nice compromise. It's going to look really good. And just being a big solid block of walnut, once I seal this with some oil and some lacquer, it's going to look really cool. So let's move on to the next step. All right, back in our application, we have our design, a file print. Send that over to the laser, which you remember we have centered on the piece. You can see that our design, or our cursor right here is on the center of the piece. And so now I'm going to drag the design over so that it'll snap to the center. Now let's go fire up the exhaust and fire up the laser. Numerous coats of lacquer and sanding and then waxing and polishing, this is the final result. I think it looks good. What do you think?